Hello, and welcome to the Escape Rope Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I am your host, Miranda, as well as the Dungeon Master for this campaign. I'm joined by my friends and fellow Escape Rope members to bring you the tale of the Great Five Sages. So, without further ado, welcome to the adventure. Many years ago, the world was in turmoil as demons walked the earth. The gates of hell were wide open, allowing passage of many who sought out destruction and blood. The people of the world were distraught and sought for ways to fight back. War broke out, blood was spilled, and many lives were lost. There were many who tried to close the gates, but no one had the power to do it. Then, there was a blessing. 5 were born with extraordinary powers. They say that these individuals were a gift of the divine. As they grew, they began to strengthen the gifts that they had been given. They banded together and closed the gates. Even though the gates were closed, there was still one thing that the 5 needed to complete. A titan controlled by the kings of hell still remained. This titan was deemed a great adversary, but also a gate key. The demon had the capability of undoing the work of the sages, as he was the highest-ranking demon general. With great strength, they used what power they had and chained the great beast. With the beast chained, the final seal was created, and peace would soon return. The 5 were deemed the great sages: Daru of the earth, Nia of the ocean, Ignifarius of the volcano, Mayer of the sun, and Mayer of the moon. The great sages returned to their lands and continued to live their lives. That was until the chains of the great beast broke. The great sages were brought before the beast once more, before he could reopen the gates. They conducted the ceremony and proceeded to seal the demon. However, something didn't seem quite right during the ceremony. A large explosion of power came from it, and the sages were never seen again. Although gone, the seal remained intact for years. Until now. Okay, so that brings us to the festival. Now, the festival is always held in Locktail. It's held annually for basically the sealing of the demon. And in this festival, there are various activities that one you can do. However, the biggest and opening ceremony of it all is the Great Battle of the Champions. In which case, where you guys would be coming in as participants of the battle.
Good. I'm trying to make it so we know.
I know, but when you're doing the little head bob.
I'll be alright.
I'm animated, okay?
I think this might be better. Yeah. Try here.
Okay. So this is where you guys are coming in. You're coming for the festival, essentially. Lots of trading is happening around this time. This is basically prime time. Think of it like riverboat days for us. That's kind of like what it is. So lots of different kind of games going on to choose from, as well as shopping. Lots of shopping to do. So the battle hasn't even started yet. What do you guys want to do?
Alright, so how much time do we got before, like, the melee starts?
So let's say it's early in the morning. Everything's just starting to open up. It's about probably 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish. The actual ceremonies start at noon.
Alright, so I got some time. I've signed up. I'd like to go around and see what games are to play right now. So,
The one thing I didn't open up.
I'm going to make the presumption I've crawled out of the port water, have been looking around the city, realized the festival's going on, and because I have so little money, I'm just like, well, if there's a chance I can win some money in this tournament, that's what I'm going to do. So I also sign up for the tournament, and now I'm just wandering the stalls and taking it all in.
Oh shit, where'd my games
Yeah,
go?
I set up my little corner booth near the dumpsters, near my bird friends, and I'm just selling a bunch of good berries I made the day before, healing people who might get hurt. Hopefully they're playing games that cause, like, hyperextension or something. Hopefully this carnival's very unsafe. And then, I lesson restoration to someone who was poisoned. And chilling, selling little berries, trying to make a quick book.
Set up next to the zipper. That one always looks like it's just about to fall apart.
Unless there's a really good gambling-esque sort of game, I'm gonna have a little shell and pea stand going somewhere. You know, the game where you like hide the pea. Guess where it is? Doing that game.
Well, joke's on you guys, because my festival game file is gone.
It's gone.
It is gone. It's not where it should have been. So the games aren't available until tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well.
So it is just shopping right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I guess I will go peruse the stalls. I got a little bit of spending money.
So there are a couple different stalls, kind of like one from each of the countries, almost, when you think about it. If you want to look out my head. If you want to look at the map there, all the dark-colored spots are stalls you can walk up to.
Okay. And what kind of wares are people hawking?
Basically, you name it, people kind of have it. They have all the basic shit, like your standard potions and, you know, basic weapons and whatnot, but there are some stalls that will have a little bit extra.
Okay. Is there any bookstores? I'm looking for something with more exotic kind of books, foreign books.
There is no bookstore, but there are the archives, the library.
Library. Do they sell books? Basically, I'm looking around. I'm seeing if anybody has anything on herbalism or foreign plants, something not in my area that I wouldn't be used to.
If that's the case, you'd probably want to go check out the healers. However, she is closed right now.
Damn it. Everywhere I go.
She is participating as the healer of the battlegrounds.
Everywhere I go, it's always closed. Alright, well, do they have a mini donut stall?
Sure. There's a little mini donut stall.
Alright, well, I am going to go get some mini donuts because you're going to a festival. I mean, it's tradition. You got to get a bag of those mini donuts.
It's 1 copper.
It's 1 copper.
1
okay.
copper for a bag of donuts.
Do we have base starting gold?
Yes, space start.
Which is how much? Like 50?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why have a mini donut when this one berry will feed you the whole day? What's that? New trip. Here's 1 HP. First come, first serve. You have to eat them today or they'll disappear forever. Come on, come on.
I'm going to actually hop on D&D Beyond because using the app, I can't figure out how to change my money amount.
You can't.
You can't, which is weird.
Yeah, last time we played, I tried,
And
and it didn't let me.
You can't just click into currency like usual?
No, I had to go all the way into the actual link.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well, I am going to, I guess, travel about, and I am going to probably also look for, like, the archive, because I'm curious about the sea creatures in this area, and where they might be found, and what details I can get on them, because I do want to go hunting in the future.
Is it later this day that the melee is happening?
It's noon. Noon is when it starts.
I would like to be around the grounds. I'm basically trying to scout out competition. This is what I'll be doing.
Okay. Let's start with you then first. So you see a few different people. You actually see a couple of tabaxis. You see a few elves. They're kind of just like hanging around, polishing up their armor, just kind of sharpening up some of their swords, some of their daggers. A couple people do stand out to you as kind of like very oddball looking swords. Very flashy sort of leathers and very like pretty feathers and stuff like that.
The rest of them, they look kind of like your average rank and file, like kind of thuggy fighter types, or
More so classic adventurers.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then these feathery ones, these oddballs, they look
very like the I want to be standoutish, kind of like, ha ha ha, look at me and my fancy sword.
How many of them would you say there are that strike that description?
There's 2 of them. Just 2 of them. And they're talking to each other. One's an elf, one's a tabaxi.
Can I do observing them? Can I try to glean, like, are they heavy armor users? Are they light armor users? Do they look like they use great weapons or small weapons?
They basically are both wearing straight leather. They're just wearing like normal sort of looking armor. You can't really note of anything too specific.
These are the fancier looking one too?
Yeah.
The 2 fancier ones, the tabaxi and an elf?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mark them in my head what they look like. Do you have any distinguishing features?
The tabaxi is black furred, and it's very he's short. It is a he, but yeah, he seems to be fairly short for a tabaxi.
And the elf looks just like generic elf.
Female.
Female.
Yeah.
And looks like anything I would be able to distinguish. I'm seeing obscene gestures. Okay. I'll look for those later. Okay. Knowing that, I will typically I'll wait till the sign up almost ends, and I'll put my name in near the end of the sign up.
Okay.
Unless I see anyone who comes in who looks truly dangerous, I'll sign up for it.
Okay. So you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious about getting my my grounds, understanding where I am. So I'm hoping to find some charts, and some maps, because I'm not exactly 100% sure where I am.
Well, there was only the one map available. When you approach the desk, you see you see an elf who seems to be very tired. She's just kind of there on another work day, doesn't really like to be there. She seemed very grumpy, so she's kind of annoyed over the fact that you're asking for stuff that is hard for her to find when it's just very easily accessible everywhere else. But this is basically all she gives you. And she says, take it or leave it.
Ice stakes. Thank yous.
Alright.
Anybody doing anything?
No, I got my food. Everything else I want is kind of closed right now. So I'm just gonna go see if I'm just gonna watch the entertainers. Go walk around, try to mingle in the crowd. I don't want to stand out too much, and just see if I can find some tumblers or some shows being put on until the event starts.
Fine. So you do see a centaur who is kind of like showing off some he's showing off horses at his stable. So he's just kind of like, check out these like horses. Think like the 4-H club kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, look at this one. This is really cool. Look at this one's got a nice clean coat. And he's like, ta-da! Look at these horses. And then he's just like, guess what? You can buy them today. And he's turning in that salesman perspective afterwards. And then you notice people are starting to leave. And then he just looks sad because he really wanted to sell his horses.
I do not have enough money to buy a horse.
Definitely. They are very high quality horses. He raised them well. You can tell that they have been treated very nicely.
I'll admire. I guess I'll go up and admire them. No. I'll make it clear I have no intent to buy them. We'll just kind of stand off a little bit.
Just a tease.
He would just he'll just kind of stand off. He's just like, doesn't seem like he's got much on his hands, and just kind of blows you off entirely.
Alright, well, I'll just spend some time with the horses because, horses are cool.
Roll me animal handling.
Oh, I can do that, certainly. Animal handling. Alrighty. Not bad. Okay, not bad. 19. I get a 19.
Yeah. So you start to notice that the horses kind of seem to be drawn to you, and they kind of like want to check you out, and you're just like, "Ooh, who are you?" And they're like starting to nuzzle you and just kind of be very, very friendly.
All right. If they're friendly, then I'll pull out my pan flute and I'll start playing music for the horses.
Beautiful. They enjoy it. They seem to just enjoy it.
And I'm going to pass my time doing that for a while. I got an audience.
All right.
Now that I have the map, I would like to look at some books on the local marine life, if that's available to the public, and just make my way over to that section to peruse.
Okay. Trying to think. You do find a couple books here and there. They're very basic, encyclopedic kind of books. However, it lists off like everything else, not just what's in the area. It's just kind of very standard and basic one.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really determine what is within the area. You just kind of get a general broad.
That's probably most all the stuff that was in my homeland as well.
Yeah.
Nothing really specific or unique.
So it's kind of like, oh, I already kind of.
This is within my wheelhouse. It's a good refresher, though. It's always nice to.
Okay. So I'd say it's coming up to about 12 o'clock. You guys are starting to make your way down to the battlegrounds. You see a soldier who's dressed in nice silver armor. He's very classic, like, haha, kind of like heroic sort of appearance, and he's just starting to call everybody, like, attention, attention, everybody. It's the time that everybody's been waiting for. It is the Battle of the Champions. Do we have some goodies for you this year? Some beautiful candidates, some beautiful fights to see. The crowd starts gathering, and they're cheering up, and they're getting pumped up, and the guy's going on, and he's pumping everybody up. And so he starts listing off the first fight. So pull up the sheet. So our first contestant is a young lady and the lovely Mandolynne. Eric?
Woo!
So these are our first contestants.
I do that thing where you like put your arms up to like get applause, but I'm only going like halfway. Like a little feeble, like yay, Mandolynne, yay.
Yeah.
Get off the stage!
Eric, or I guess somebody roll for Eric's initiative.
Okay.
Blaze will handle all of Eric's rolls.
He got a 15 plus whatever is your modifier.
This is a what? A performance?
Initiative.
Initiative?
It's a battle.
60. I don't even know who I'm fighting yet.
Well, that's what you're going to find out, because as you guys step up, you see a fairly young girl. She's got brown hair tied up in a ponytail. She appears to be human, dressed in a black robe. She's got a quarterstaff and a lunar crescent kind of necklace on. And she seems very pumped. She's got scars on her leg. And then she's just kind of like very bubbly and very like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to win this. I'm going to get this.
And watching this, what does so you had the one with the tattoos and on their legs and everything. So that one looks human.
Scars, yeah, she has scars on her
scars on her
leg.
legs. And the other one, was it the Mandolynne? They called the other one. And what does Mandolynne look like?
Eric can't see your hand gestures, Miranda.
Oh, sorry.
I'm waiting for Eric to say something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that you're not described, if you want to describe or not. So, it is probably someone like of a race you wouldn't see very commonly. She's got pretty pale white skin, black eyes, and then her hair starts fully like dark jet black in the middle, and as it kind of goes out to the end, it gets an ashen gray. She's wearing a small necklace, a little bit of amber around a piece of charcoal, generally tattered clothes, a little cloak. Yeah, she looks to be about, I guess like I said, kind of like 30-ish, whatever you'd explain that. And she's got a quarterstaff, but it's up on her back.
All right, so is it like a human elf kind of looking person, a halfling kind of?
It would look closest to a shorter human.
Okay.
Shorter human woman,
Short human.
but not 5'3".
All right, I'm gonna just go one row back in the crowd, kind of slouch down so I don't look so tall. I want to watch this event intently.
Okay. So the announcer kind of steps aside. He's like, "All right, let the battle commence." And it is actually Lily. Lily is her name. It is her go to go first.
Oh, hey, cool.
It is Lily, everybody's favorite anime girl.
Oh my.
So she's
I
gonna.
was definitely gonna try to ask a question to her, but I guess that's not really a thing in these types of competitions. Alright, fuck me up, Lily.
Alright, so she is going to. I didn't even like what she's gonna do. She's just going to scout you out before anything else, and she's gonna ready an attack action with her quarterstaff.
Okay, and how big is this arena and how close to me is she?
So the arena is basically about 40 feet round radius. So it's a fairly small arena. It's not that big, because there's no stadium stands. It's just kind of like everybody surrounding this big circle around a fence.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. And how far away from her am I?
You guys are a full 40 feet away from each other at opposite ends.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically walk 10 feet forward, and then or it might be 5 feet forward, but I can summon. I spend one of my wild shapes to summon my little wildfire spirit within 10 inches of her, kind of between her and myself. Each creature other than me within 10 feet of her has to make a dex save.
She got a 7.
So she's going to take 2d10 fire damage.
Oof.
Wow.
Someone wouldn't mind rolling that. I can roll it on the app, but if someone wants to roll it, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I can grab. I just had to grab another D10 here. 7. 7 fire damage.
7?
Alright. And then, so basically this is Dwindle. Dwindle comes down, burns her a little bit. I will then yell at Dwindle. I'll say, again! And so Dwindle, its initiative is the same as mine, but it takes its turn right after me. And then it'll just dodge unless I give it a command. And my command is to basically throw a little flame seed at her. So that'd be my bonus action, and my action was to summon him. And then I'll just like walk back again after that.
Okay.
So then Dwindle will attack on his turn. So if someone wants to roll me d20.
Do you want to do a separate? Oh, yeah, I guess. He got a 6 for his nat roll.
So 10. So 10 would be the total.
Misses.
And I assume that misses. So yeah, I'm just 40 feet away from her, and there's a Dwindle between us. And I'm done.
Okay. Cool.
Oh wait, can he move too? No.
Okay. How mean do I want to be? That's the real question. Because I'm assuming Dwindle is resistant to fire and all that fun stuff, eh?
I mean, it's a flame. Probably would
that's
be
what I'm
resistant to
making
fire.
that like assumption, which is very unfortunate in Lily's circumstance. I would think.
Because of fan service?
But you know what they say: fight fire with fire.
I think I'm gonna go with a classic. And with Lily's action, she's going to Thunder Wave. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. Just because this little...
Did she, like, run up to me then?
No, she's attacking Dwindle. Because it spooked her.
Oh, no, Dwindle!
It spooked her.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
All right. 18.
Well, shit.
Oh, that's a 22.
It saved.
Dwindle!
Just kind of crouches down on the ground.
Yeah, a little bit.
Does Lily think there's like a
Yeah,
cliff
just-
nearby or something?
Spam until
It takes 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. It stays where it's at too, because it's saved. So Lily is just gonna be like, "What the hell?" And she's gonna try and move around the little fire spirit and start making her movement towards you. But she's gonna stop at the 15 foot mark, and that is her turn.
So I'm going to do a little bit of kind of ring around the rosy sort of thing, where she goes one way around Dwindle, I'm going to, like, go kind of the other way, but a little bit closer to Dwindle. I want to get within about 10 feet of him, but don't know if that's possible based on where she is. Then for my action, is she wearing any metal?
She is, yes.
She got metal armor or something?
No, you can visibly see chains of from like her necklace and stuff like that.
Okay, if it's just from her necklace, I won't do it then. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Scorching Ray on her. Gonna 3 attacks. They're just gonna be plus 6.
Somebody's gotta roll.
Oh, 3 attacks? Just a second. Grab one. All right.
I can roll them in the app and just tell you, but I think it's better.
All right. You got starting from the bottom, a 7, a 12, and a 16. So those are plus 6. So 13, an 18,
Yeah.
and a 22.
So 1 misses, 2 hit.
Alright, so that'll be 4d6 fire damage.
All right. 4d6 coming right up. Oh shit. So you got in there 17 damage coming from that.
All right.
Okay.
All
And then
right.
I'll use my bonus action. Or sorry, does she have a reaction?
No, she does not.
I'll use my bonus action to be like, 1 more, Dwindle. And then he, on his turn, will use Flame Seed, which is another attack, plus 20, or plus 4 to hit. Not plus 20.
7 plus 4, 11.
Misses.
Okay. And that's Dwindle's turn.
Okay. And on her turn, she's looking pretty hurt. She's holding on to her quarterstaff, just crouching on. She's like, I give, I can't do this, I'm out. And she will...
Okay, she's not being a werewolf.
No, she is not being she's not going to be a werewolf. She is forfeiting her position in this battle. And so the crowd starts cheering, and the winner has been announced.
Mandolynne.
Yeah, and I'll go to hug Dwindle, and then he'll burn me, and I'm like, fuck, shit! And I'll dismiss him. And I'll take a little bit of damage if you want.
1d4.
Hooray! Do I get anything for winning one? Or I'll be like, oh, good fight, Lily, good job.
You got it?
You get 2 damaged. And Lily's just like, good job, and she's just kind of like very timid to shake your hand.
I'll definitely, shake her hand. Be like, yeah, thank you for fighting me and not killing me. Thank you. And I'll do a little weird bow.
And she will just kind of walk away in shame.
No, I have a question.
Yes.
So during that fight, I'm curious about. I'm looking at this weird flame creature that came out. Can I tell whether it is a natural creature or some type of magical being that he summoned?
The wildfire spirit, I believe it's. You know what? I can probably. I guess. Do you want him to roll something? I can say kind of what my description thing says.
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
Inside. Inside. All right. Ooh, that's bad. I got a 7.
To you, it's just a fireball of some variety that has a mind of its own.
So okay, so it looks like he summoned up a fire elemental.
Yeah, you're just like
some type of
fire.
grand wizard.
Yeah.
I'm up against some stiff competition in this.
Which, speaking of which, guess who's up next? So the announcer calls up your name as well as some drow person. He's just kind of they literally wrote down nameless. So whoever that is, can you please, you there, yeah, come on up.
Alright, I'm going to kind of hunch down so I'm not so high. I'm going to cautiously make my way in and nervously stand at my side of the arena.
Okay. So you see a female drow. She's kind of in a dark navy cloak. She's got a covering most of her face. However, roll me a perception real quick here.
I wasted all my good rolls on you. 10.
10. Okay. So you can tell there's from the distance, you can tell there's something on her face. You just can't quite make out what exactly it is. There's something all over her face. But you, from that far away, you're just like, it could be a pimple, for all you know. The dreaded acne. Alright, so the announcer raises his hand, and he's like, alright, let the battle commence, and he, runs. So he misses any damage getting hit to him. Roll for initiative.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Okay. Alright, so she will go first. So she will take out her short sword, and she will use her full distance and start walking towards you. She won't dash, but she will just slowly and stare and lock eyes with you and just walk towards you.
And how far away is she at the end of that?
She's 35 feet, so she's fairly close to you at that point.
Okay. Is it my go after that?
It is your go.
Alright, I'm going to rather nervously and cautiously back up 35 feet. And then I'm going to whisper in Sylvan and gesture with my hand, and a wind will gather around her. It looks almost like a hand, and it'll brush against her. And I will cast Chill Touch.
The touch is chilling.
Which will be a 21.
Definitely hits.
Alright. So that will be 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And
I can't read.
yeah, and yeah, that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. She will. What will she do?
Oh, actually, just a second. There was. Do you know how many rounds there will be in the tourney? Have we seen a ladder or anything at all?
Not yet, because it appears like there was some sort of scrambling that was happening around, and it seemed like there was something that didn't quite work out.
All right, well, I'll hold off for now for those. Yeah, so that'll be for my turn.
Okay. She is going to whisper something under her breath. And in that moment, she's going to summon a spiritual weapon. And the weapon literally looks like the sword she has in her hand. So it's just another floating weapon, and she's gonna float it closer towards you. And she's gonna hope that it distracts you enough. And she's gonna start moving backwards and taking her movement 30 feet or 35 feet back to where she was, but leaving her spiritual weapon prompted there. And then one thing I hate about my other characters is that they don't have bonus actions. Fun fact. Yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be her turn.
Alright, how far away is the spiritual weapon from me?
Spiritual weapon is going to be the back at the 5 feet. She put it like right close to you.
Alright, it's within 5 feet of me?
Yes, that is correct.
Alright. She might get a reaction from this. I'm going to move 35 feet from the spiritual weapon. And is she within 120 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm going to chill touch her again.
Okay.
That would be a 15.
I believe it misses. Yes, it does.
Does chill trick affect movement or something? I forget.
No, I don't think so. It's just a cantrip.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not undead, so...
Okay, yeah. There's some other thing about it I couldn't remember. Okay, all good.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
So on a hit, the target gains 1d8, and it can't. So she can't regain hit points until the start of her next turn, until the hand clings to the target. Okay. All right. That is it on my turn. Yes.
Okay. So on her turn, she's going to ready herself, and she's going to cast Guiding Bolt. There we go. That is a 23.
That will hit.
I lost it. It's 46. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, she's pretty high level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is like the fun kind of tourney.
No. 3, 6, 12. 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage. All right. Not 120. It's 12. All right. All right, that hurt pretty bad.
And that is going to be her turn.
All right. Looking. Trying to keep clear of her spiritual weapon or whatever that is. And now that I'm hurt pretty bad, I'm going to have my eyes will just go like black, and this black clouds, kind of like a mist, will start coming out of my mouth as I take wild shape. And so that will give me 12 temporary hit points. And I will be taking 12 temporary hit points, which will give me symbiotic entity. And then so that's an action. I'll use my movement to move towards her 35 feet. And do I have anything I can do as a bonus action? Let's see. One action. Oh, I will, as a bonus action, I will healing word myself. I have a feeling this might just be the end of me in this fight here. So, I will... No, you know what? I'm not going to healing... Yeah, I'll healing word myself. Level 1. First level. So, that's 1d4. Oh, ouch. 1d4 plus 4, so I get back 5 hit points.
Okay.
And that is it for my turn.
Okay. So on her turn, you notice that something doesn't really look right. She literally starts collapsing down to the ground, and she's dropped her weapon, she's holding onto her head, and she's just freaking out as if something is screaming at her. And she calmly just pulls up her hand. She says, I have to forfeit. I need to leave. And she will grab her weapon and she will just run. Her spiritual weapon will disappear and she will run.
Okay.
Yeah. The crowd just starts screaming. They're just booing her away, and she's just pushing through the crowds and just running.
I'm going to collect a very small bet from the guy beside me while smiling.
I'll collapse my wild shape then and go back to normal. Then I will nervously make my way to the kind of rushing, but not wanting to look like I'm rushing, back into the crowd and out of people's attention.
Not quite speed walking.
Yes, as I feel the gaze upon me.
The announcer comes up and he's just like, and we have our winner? And he's just kind of questioning what just happened. And he's just like, okay, I guess we'll move on. Up next we have Richard, the old mighty fighter, along with Levy.
Oh, it's my turn. I hop onto the stage.
Alrighty, so you guys take your stations. You see a man who, think of like The Witcher. Think of him
Geralt
like
of
that.
Rivia.
Except he's very more like pompous and very like, haha, like I am the best in all the land.
So combined with Dandelion.
Yes.
Prince Charming from Shrek.
Yes. Even better. Alright, go
Then
ahead.
he gets the exact opposite in appearance, really. This is
Grizzled old man.
No, my character's not all that old. Not that you can really tell. He wears he has bluish gray scaly skin, bright yellow eyes, very serpent-like, but still humanoid. Definitely more of a sea eel than a classic snake. He wears a dirty cloak. You can tell like all his weapons are very makeshift, like he made them himself. Definitely not of the upper class, but he definitely looks like he could survive in the wilderness.
Looks like a wild man. I get you.
Yeah.
Did they say your name? Like Blaze's name?
No, I didn't, but they did.
What did they say?
Tabiz.
Tabiz?
Tabiz.
Tabiz. Okay.
So you see Richard just like promptly, he's just waving to the crowd, and the crowd start cheering, and he's just like egging them on. And he pulls out his greatsword, and he's like, I don't need this, and he throws it off to the side, and he's just like, these things here, these are all that I need to win this fight. And he's readying up his bare fist to get ready for the fight against you.
Woo! Punch him! Punch him! Woo!
I'm liking my odds better already.
I look at my sword and my knife, and I put them down on the ground, and then I pull out my bow.
Woo!
And I roll for initiative.
Yeah!
I'm not afraid to win dirty. 14.
14 definitely hits.
No, for initiative.
Oh, for initiative, I'm like, are
I'll
you
take
just
a
like
hit,
going out of initiative right now, and just because they, yeah, you go first anyways. Go ahead.
Fantastic. So, I'm definitely in range, so I'm just going to move forward 10 feet. And I
Because I'm
will
on my
attempt to
phone.
hit him.
Maybe. Oh, so he's hearing us through there? That's probably why.
Yeah.
So with a short
I don't have a better
bow-
device to use right now.
Plus 6 to hit. Wow. So that's a 17.
That definitely hits.
And D6. That's gonna be 8 damage.
Eric. Sorry, how much damage?
8 damage.
Okay.
And then because I'm using my ambusher, I get to do a second attack. That's definitely a hit. That's in the 20s. And I get to do a D6 plus a D8. So that's going to be 10 damage.
Perfect. So he's looking at his wound. He's just like, "'Tis but a scratch," and he's just kind of like, "Ow." And he starts running 30 feet towards you, and he's gonna make a dash towards you. He unfortunately will not take any other turns because he is a slow mother flibber.
So I'm presuming he got into...
He got
Close
right up
combat.
to you, basically.
I just want to get a heads up. While I'm watching this fight, I just used another healing word on myself.
Okay.
So, another level 1 spell.
Alright.
I assume you let me eat a couple good berries, Miranda,
Yes.
over time. So
Yes,
I
I
have
did.
a couple good berries to heal my 2 health. Nom, 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 nom.
Alright, Cody, I believe it is your turn because
It
Richard
is.
moved.
Well, I guess in that case, I'm gonna disengage and move 30 feet away. Oh, I'll basically, as he came towards me, I'll just run away from him by moving past him.
Alright.
With the disengage action.
While this is happening, I want the rest of you to roll a perception.
Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Raw 19.
But when I
So
disengage,
that would take me up to a 23.
I'm gonna do it as like a sign of mockery, not like I'm afraid of him. I'm just like I'm kind of like skipping and like
13.
dancing about as I do it. I was like, "Come on, man, keep up!"
If someone wants to roll for Eric.
Oh. Alright. Got a raw 16.
Okay. Either way. So, Shoal, you're just enjoying the battle. You're just kind of like, yeah, this is pretty, and you're just kind of like looking around. You're just like, okay, yeah, this is no big deal. This is just a normal fight. You guys, however, notice that there are a little more guards around, and they seem to be kind of like surfing through the crowds a little bit.
Okay. I'll do my best to watch where the guards are going and try to, like, out of the corner of my eye, whenever they get close to me, try to get out of their way in the crowd.
Cody, was that the end of your turn?
Indeed, it is.
Okay. Alright, so Richard's just gonna like, and he's gonna keep running after you. He's like, I'm gonna catch you! And considering how he disarmed himself, that is the end of his turn.
I will drop my bow and go for a melee attack.
Alright,
14.
that definitely hits.
Excellent. So this is going to be 3 damage.
Oh, beautiful. He takes the 3 damage.
And as a bonus action, another melee attack. 14 again. Another 3 damage to him.
That is beautiful. He's taking those hits. He's ready. He's just like, alright.
I'm doing like kind of like jumping around, kind of like fake jab kind of stuff. Like, come on, man. Come on, let's do this. Come on.
He's feeling your energy, so he's gonna do the same. He's gonna do a strike against you. Two.
A
2 to hit.
He just barely missed me. It's over my head because I'm just so short. Just like, whoa.
So he's gonna try again, try to do the uppercut style. And he got a 4 to hit.
He got me, but I'm not feeling it. I'm just like, come on, man, come on.
And that would be the end of his turn.
I'm being a little bit of a cheeky shit because I just shoot him with 2 arrows.
This character is so stupid.
I'm gonna go for another another punch, so that's going to be 13.
Yep.
So that's another 3 damage, and then bonus action for another. It's a 12.
Yeah.
Another 3 damage.
He's hanging in there. You can see he's kind of faltering a little bit, but he's hanging in there.
All right, this one I'm kind of like giving like a plot, like yeah, keep going, man.
He kind of reminds you of like the drunk guy at the bar at this point. But he's gonna try and make that strike. He got a 13 to hit.
That's gonna hit me.
Okay. You take 2 damage.
Oof. I felt that one. It's a like I'm numb to it, but I felt it.
Okay. He's gonna do it again. And that is a 17 to hit this time.
Ooh, you got me.
And you take another 2 damage.
Oof. Now I'm feeling a little. I'm just like I feel the guy's got a little bit in his punch.
He's trying. He's trying his hardest right now.
He has a little bit of game, so I'm gonna go for another unarmed strike. That's gonna be a 17.
Yep.
That's another 3 damage.
Oh man.
And then go for a second one. 9.
That still hits.
That's another 3
That
damage.
is his
then.
armor class. He's down.
So I'm gonna end this with like just like a jump kick to his face. Just like oh, bam.
And that jump kick just kind of went poof, and he is just like out cold at this point. The crowd's going wild, and he's down for the count. He's not even there. The cleric kind of rushes in. She's just like, oh no, and she's like trying to drag him off the ring area. And
Yeah, the
she's
cleric. I could have got healed there. Wasting my healing words.
Just as magic, I'm gonna raise my hands and get the crowd going. Just like,
yeah! And we have our winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I collect another small bit from another human, just smiling all the while.
I gather up my bow and swords and make my way off the arena stage.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, do we have an exciting one for you? Our very own Tialana from the archives, everybody's favorite bookworm. Please welcome her and her opponent Shoal to the ring.
Looking at this person, is this
I
the elf I saw before?
60 gold.
Was this the fancy elf I saw before?
No, this is a woman who literally woke up on the wrong side of the bed. She looks very rough, very like pissed off. Kind of like the person earlier. However, it's not the same person.
Oh, I thought it was.
They are 2 different people. That's why the person was pissed off, because she was covering her shit. She's just kind of like staring at you dead cold in the eyes, and she's just like, forget it. You're not worth my time.
Oof.
And she just walks away.
What?
Oh.
Did my bet go through? Did my bet go through, Red?
Yes.
Yeah! Double my money!
She literally is just she walks up to the announcers and like the people who are running the show, and she's like angrily yelling at them, and she's just like, basically she's very mad. She's very upset, and she just kind of storms off.
Mad about what?
She didn't want to fight someone like you.
What's someone like me?
You're a disgrace.
My guy's quite boastful. He wears very nice boots, fairly nice leather armor, useful. Good sword.
Roll me a perception.
21.
You can tell she's wearing very high quality armor. Everything she owned was very like powerful, like the finest metals. You could tell like she meant business being there.
Yeah.
That's why she's just kind of like,
She didn't want to nuke.
I'm going
She didn't want to
to
nuke him.
even seeing that, I'm just going to I'll give a little this to the crowd and be like, you'll see me in the next round, and I'm going to walk off very triumphantly, chest puffed all all the way out.
So
And then the crowd's just kind of like, yeah.
she thought of you as a jester, and you just proved her point.
Alright.
I'm going to just write down my little book. It's like, one attorney, they took one look at me and forfeited. Just like, yes.
Alrighty, so the announcer approaches the ring once more, and he's just roaring up the crowd once again, just kind of like trying to get them going, because he's like, I don't know what's going on. This is like the weirdest battle arena we've ever had yet. And he starts introducing the next contestants, which he announces Shadow and lovely Luna to the ring. And so you see the Black Tabaxi and the elf that you saw earlier start approaching the ring, and they're just kind of like jostling each other. They're like, hey, like, oh, we're gonna fight each other. And they're like kind of like doing the awkward like bro buddy thing. You could tell that they've obviously know each other for quite a while. But they get themselves at the ready, and they're just immediately go from the happy-go-lucky like haha to immediate dead serious. Like they've been waiting to duck heads and bust.
These are the two I saw talking earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as they're fighting each other, you all notice that they pull out their rapiers and they're just really going at it, and they're going at it hard, and the crowd's going wild, and it's quite the fight. Everybody roll me another perception.
Not for this one. I think that's a 12.
22.
22. If someone can also roll for Eric.
Alright, yeah.
So I rolled it on the app. I got it. This was a perception, right?
Perception, yeah.
Can you hear me, Miranda?
Yeah.
Excellent.
18.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Okay. I rolled it on the app. It was a perception.
Perception, yeah.
I crit, which means I got 26.
Oh, lovely. So you guys can tell that they're using very fancy footwork. Like, they're obviously very adept to using swords, and they've got like a rhythm going, and it's almost like a dance between the two of them. You're just like, cool.
It's mesmerized by the movement. It's like watching the tumblers from earlier.
Yeah. But eventually, Luna manages to pin Shadow down, and she holds up her rapier to his neck, and Shadow just kind of drops his weapon and just holds his hands up. He's like, alright, that's it. Fight's over. She got me. And the crowd starts going wild, and Luna and both Shadow just kind of give a very prominent bow, and then they kind of laugh it off and walk off.
Luna won this one?
Luna won.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I lost all the money I've won so far. I've been double or nothing all my winnings, and I'm back to where I started.
I
Alright.
just made a bet because you were making bets, but I have a little bit of money, so I actually made a shit ton of money off it because
Yeah, he got
Miranda's a generous god.
He got some money from the good berries.
Okay.
Alright, so the announcer comes up to the ring once more. He's like, oh, wasn't that great? That was a beautiful, and he's just kind of like stammering on his words at this point. He's just like, forget it. Welcome to the stage, our next contestants, Kita and Salem. And so you see the lovely tiefling, the rogue tiefling, approach the stage, and she's just kind of like, hey, how's it going? You could clearly tell she's had a few drinks at this point. She's completely, like, smashed. And then you see the classic Salem walking up in the paladin armor and very, like, stern stone face. The two of them do get out, and it was not really much of a fight. Salem just immediately obliterated Kita. In more ways than one, Kita is just, like, slumped over, and she's gone.
Was there any display of magic, or was it purely just sword slaps?
It was purely just, like, boom with the sword. Not even using the flame sword at this point. Just using the regular attack moves.
Okay.
Sword never even left the sheath. It was just a sheath sword right to the gut. Just
Just
not winded.
no, yeah, it was just no denying who was going to be the winner of this one.
It wasn't a fight, it was a beating.
It was a beating, and the crowd's still just going crazy and wild, and everybody's loving the display. And so the announcer comes up and he's like, well, that concludes the first round. Who's ready for the next round? And the crowd just starts going crazy and wild. And Eric and Blaze, you are the start off for round 2 here.
All right. Realizing that after the last round, this is pretty serious. I don't know how much longer I can last. So I'm going to grab some dirt. I'm going to rub it onto my hands and rub it onto my legs as I approach. I'm going to cast Long Strider on myself. that should last for an hour. And yeah, and then I'll take up a I'll use my last wild shape as well as we enter the arena.
Is there anything you wanted to do beforehand, Eric?
Oh, is it me versus Blade?
Yep.
Nope.
Alright, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, I did better that time.
Yeah.
I think that
17.
so I got 21.
Alright. Blaze is up first.
All right. I am going to yes. So I pull a handful of thorns and twigs from my pocket, and with a gesture of my hand and speaking in some Sylvan language, I throw it across the ground, and centering on where Mandolynne is going to erupt a tangle of thorns across the ground in 20-foot radius all around. I am then going to... How far away is Mandolynne from me?
Well, the ring itself is the 40 feet ring.
Oh, the ring we're in?
Yeah, and you guys are on opposite ends.
40 feet away from each other. All right. Then I will move up to about 20 feet from Mandolynne, just outside of this tangle of thorns around her. And that'll be it for me.
So I assume I know what the spell is because I'm also a druid. What is it?
Actually, there is. If you've seen it come up, you can make a wisdom perception check. Someone's gonna have to roll for him
Sorry.
against DC 14.
Well,
Oh yeah, you can roll
I
it
can
on
roll
D&D
it,
Beyond.
but be up to 20 from that then.
20. You realize it is dangerous ground. It'll probably hurt you if you walk on it.
And if I stand still, am I chill?
Let's see. If you stand still, you should be fine.
Okay, so you're about 20 feet away from me.
Yes.
Alright, I'm just trying to check my thingy. So, Miranda, I'm gonna need you to rule on this, I guess. So, when I summon Dwindle, he comes down within 30 feet of me, and each creature within 10 feet of him, other than me, has to roll the save. But if I put that right between us, would that mean both me and Blaze are within that 20 feet? Like within 10 feet on each side?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, actually. So I will summon Dwindle. Basically, yeah, I'll just summon Dwindle kind of right between us.
Alright.
So Blaze has to make a dexterity save.
Dwindle would take his creature moves into... So does this count as him moving into the area then?
He can take some damage, sure.
Alright, so just a second. So this is just from the thorns, him entering the area, is 7 piercing damage. And then I have to make a dex save?
Yeah.
20. I got an 18.
Okay. I think you just don't take any then. So
Right.
what happens once like a square has been traversed? Is it gone now?
No. It persists for... So let me pull up the spell again. See how long this one lasts for. One action. It's a concentration. It lasts for 10 minutes. I am going to use my reaction, though, with him appearing there, to do Halo Spores, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 14.
DC's 14, so he'd make it. Should be fine then.
And then I'll just tell him to, chuck a firebolt thingy at you for my bonus, and then he'll do that for just 10, so that won't hit. Then you're up.
Okay. I am going to back up then. To the 45-foot range. And I will chill touch.
You can only get 40 from me, but...
Oh, yeah. With the 40-foot, right? Like, as far as I can back. So I'll be up against the other side of the arena. I'm just going to kind of hop backwards a few steps. And then I'm going to try casting Chill Touch on the little guy that just appeared. Hopefully it works again. So. Oh, that's only a 10 to hit.
That is a miss, then.
Alright, well that will be it for me then.
Okay. My turn. I'm gonna go ahead and just toss firebolt at you. Rip. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 6 damage.
Alright.
And then I'll tell Dwindle to throw a little mini firebolt at you. And then he'll do that. Actually, let me just check the range. Range is 30 feet. He was 10 feet from me, so yeah, he'll do that. This just for a 9 though, or no, 11.
11 will miss.
I think that misses. All right, I'm done.
Alright.
Alright. You guys got ranged. I will move back forward. I'll jump back again like I'm charging towards you. I'll end just at the edge of the thorns. I'm reluctant to go forward beyond that point. And I'm going to fire an ice knife at you.
Okay, at Mimi.
At you. So.
Okay.
That is a 22.
That does heat.
Alright. So you take... It first starts off with 1d10 piercing. So you take 8 piercing damage. And then it explodes. And you take 7 cold damage. And any creature within 5 feet of you, which I don't think there's any, would also take that.
Yeah.
And then that will be it for me.
I give a little bit of a cheer because things are starting to get exciting now.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and toss firebolt at you. Yep. 15.
15 is my AC.
Yeah. Just give me 1 damage though.
Okay.
And then I'm going to healing word myself for the bonus. Get that.
Alright.
And then that makes it your turn.
Oh, not your little spirit guy?
No, I used my bonus action to tell him to do something. And I healing worded myself.
Okay. I am going to do the same thing again. I'm going to cast another ice knife at you. That'll be my last first level spell. 16.
Does hit.
Alright. 2 piercing. And 5 cold damage.
Cold damage. Cool. On my
That'll be it for my turn.
On my turn, I will cure wounds myself for another 7. And then I'll tell Dwindle to see what he can do.
At the start of Dwindle's turn, I'm going to use my reaction. He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
How does it work? It's just if he's in your area?
If he's within 10 feet of me.
He does fail.
Alright. And he will take 7 necrotic damage.
Alright. And okay, and then he'll do his little attack for 15 actually.
Ooh, ouch.
And then he hits, so he'll do 7 damage. Yeah, 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. Alright.
And then you're up.
Alright, I have to make, it's gone through my temporary hit points. I gotta make a good saving throw. My concentration still holds. However, it doesn't seem to be being very effective. I'm going to drop my concentration to get rid of the thorns. And then I'm going to rush round your little guy, go around the long way, and getting up close to you. I will proc another wild shape. But I'm still going to move up to be in between you. So with just about 10 feet between you off to the side, like off to your left, from both your little flame guy and you.
Okay.
And
right.
that will give me...
I don't actually know what your wild shape does, but I accept your terms.
Oh, wait a second. It's going to give me 12 temporary hit points.
Okay. And then, so then it's my turn, and I'm not right beside you, but I have to roll a thing.
Yeah, just a Constitution save, but, yeah, just a Constitution save.
Okay. I do fail that one.
Alright. Yeah, I was wondering, it's like, should I save it for his little guys? Like, no, I'll use it on him. So that's 6 necrotic damage.
Alright, he uses your thingy there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just think here. Yeah, I think I'll do this. So I assume I can do this. I'm going to summon Dwindle again.
Oh, so Dwindle disappeared. I thought he was still there.
No, he's still here, but I think I can summon him again.
Oh, so you're just going to resummon him? Okay, yep.
I doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't say...
Yeah, that's fine. I'm assuming you drop the first summoning and then just resummon him.
Yeah, the second one goes away. This one shows up, and I'm going to summon him essentially right next to, like, basically we're both going to be within 10 feet. I'm going to be within 5 feet of him, and you're going to be a little bit out. I think it's going to work. I can move first.
Okay.
Anyway, so you got to make a dex save here.
I got a 23.
You're good. And then I'll use my bonus action to use fiery teleportation. So the spirit and each willing creature of my choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. So the creature and me are going to do that. And so I'm going to just try and get as far away as I could with both my move and this. So then on Dwindle's turn, he'll teleport. You have to make another dex save here, because you're within 10 feet of it.
Oh, you probably got me with this one. I got a 6. Sorry, the previous one would have been 21, not 23. So this one, 6.
So this one is 7 damage.
7 damage.
And then me and Dwindle teleport 30 feet away as far as we can get.
All right. I'm assuming
Alright,
you're
you're
popping up in the arena again? Yeah, I'm assuming you're still in the arena?
What's up?
You're still in the arena?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still within whatever bounds are allowed, yeah.
Then I'll move the full 45 feet or whatever I need to get close up to you again, because I think this is a 40-foot arena. And I am
Does that
going...
mean you dashed, or?
Nope, with Long Strider, my movement is 45 feet. And Long Strider lasts 1 hour.
But is Long Strider not concentration?
Nope. It's just a 1 hour buff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I checked that one, see if I could hold it with the other one, and there's no concentration on it.
Yeah, cool with me.
So I will
Cool to me.
just dash forward at you
And you cut me?
come in with a wild swing of my scimitar. So I rolled a 19, which would make it a 23.
That's a hit.
All right. So the blue one will be poison damage. All right. So that is 3 slashing and 6 poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I assume it's my turn here?
Yeah. Make a con save. I'm going to use my reaction.
Ooh. Think you get me here. Let's see. I got 14.
14 makes it.
Oof. Okay. Gonna go ahead and I wouldn't know your health.
I would say I still look pretty spry.
Yeah, that's because of the double wild shape thing.
Yeah, the double. So that's 24 temporary hit points so far. I'm pumped up on this fight.
Yeah,
So.
the double wild shape at this point is pretty tough to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't have any second level spells going into it, so I was definitely at a disadvantage. And I believe. Let's see, what can I do?
Well, considering I wasted 1 on a healing word, I only had the 1 second level.
Yeah, I came into the day having used one
Oh, yeah.
because I made money. I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna can't teleport again. So I shall cure wounds myself for 5. That's what I do. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm okay. You got me. That's all good. Touche, good sir. Okay.
Wait, are you giving up?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm a little shocked. I'm like about ready to go forward again. And then I see that you're seeding the match. At which point I will I'll sheath my scimitar and give you a very respectful bow. And to you and your little fire spirit.
He will bow too. He doesn't have that as an action, but I'm allowing it.
And with the cheer from the crowd, I'm going to remember that people are watching me again, and I'm going to like all of a sudden like, shrink into myself, look around nervously, and kind of scuttle off back into the crowd.
The announcer approaches the ring once more, and he's like, "Wasn't that magnificent, folks? Ah, that was beautiful. Alrighty." Unfortunately, I have to be the bearer of the bad news. There's been a disqualification. Unfortunately, one of our contestants have been disqualified. And the other one has opted out to not continue on as well. Next up, however, we have Livy and Shoal. Big round of applause!
I jump on the stage and just like, hands up, everyone, hands up.
Just out of curiosity, I didn't ask before, what does Shoal look like?
Shoal is a moderately sized tabaxi, so just a little under 6 foot. Has very dense fur that's mostly gray and white with dark black rings.
Can I tell, like, a male, a female?
Male.
Male.
If you're remotely familiar with tabaxi, you'd say male.
Alright.
Yeah.
I am not, so I'll just guess randomly.
Fair enough.
So I can short rest in between this match?
Yes.
Alright.
As I get on stage, I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark.
It's cheating.
Do I
hey, hey!
do I perceive anything?
Roller perception.
I do not.
No,
You can tell that I hunt.
I am coming in with a puffed up chest, some sense of bravado with my arms. I'm like, finally, a worthy, brave contender. How big is this arena? How far
it's
can
40
I run?
feet. Oh.
All right.
All right. Unless you guys are doing anything else, go ahead and roll for initiative.
17.
12.
Short rest
So you
is on the
be
thing?
first.
Alright, I can use short bow and dread ambusher.
Yeah, it's me gross.
Oh yeah.
Oh, press on that.
In this particular
Yes,
circumstance, you're
yeah,
gonna
thank you.
starch me.
So first attack, ooh, that is definitely a miss. That is only a 9. Second attack, ooh, that is not great either. That's a 12.
Miss.
I miss with both my attacks then, unless Hunter's Mark increases my accuracy, which I
I
don't
think it's just
it-
extra damage on hits.
I believe
Still
it
very
is.
good. I think it's extra d6 per hit.
Then I miss with both my arrows
Yeah,
that went
like,
away.
if we had a bigger arena, I think I had a good chance there. Because I could have essentially gotten...
Yeah, I found it's like, oh, he's just shooting with
40.
range. I gotta get in close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd make it your go, sir.
Although the Spore Druid is definitely really strong for one-on-one combat. Like, Dwindle had a billion health left, right? So he summons him, but all you gotta do is try and fight me, right?
Yeah, I
So
feel like he's not
you
just.
definitely see what happened.
I figure.
You came in with temporary hit points equal to my total health, or almost, so...
I figured he was either gonna go down really quick, like a quarter cost creature, or he's gonna have a ton of health. So it's like when he didn't die after the first 2 hits, like I gotta
Yeah.
ignore him.
All right, Shoal, you're up.
Yeah, he's got 21 health right now, so...
All right.
pretty hard
I attack
to
you.
kill.
I'm gonna close the gap.
I will point out something that you would be aware of is I only walked in with 5 arrows and I don't have a quiver. So
Okay.
I fired 2 at you and I only have 3 left in my hand.
Okay. I rolled. So I'm assuming we're how close?
The whole ring, it's a 40 foot.
Wait, how close did we start though?
You're on opposite ends, so
Yeah.
you're 40 feet.
40
from each
feet. Okay, I'd have to use a dash as a bonus action to close the gap. I will close the gap, and I will strike you. You're holding a bow, so I will stay up to you. But 11 plus, it's 3 proficiency right now. Plus 6, 17.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. I will
But
also.
also didn't take any offensive level 1 stuff.
So right now that is a D. It's a rapier strike, so that is a D8, and then sneak attack. This level I believe is 2D6. So
It's a sneak attack?
sneak attack because of swashbuckler. Basically, as long as no one else is within our range, there's a weird caveat. We're basically in a one-on-one fight with no one around for 10 feet. It also gets sneak attack. Basically, the only time it's very hard not to get sneak attack as a swashbuckler.
I was about to say, but what about the crowd right behind me?
No. So
How do you know that allies are not enemies?
12, 4, 16 plus 3, 19 damage.
Holy crap, that's like...
Ouch!
almost my entire
I'm staying right. I'm gonna stand right on top of
I
you.
was so happy about my spore ability.
That was 2 6s and a 4. So.
I was caught very off guard, and that took out a majority of my life.
I'm as surprised as you are if you were looking at my eyes. Oh, what just happened? It is your go because I dashed as a bonus to get to you.
All right, that is definitely brutes my glutes. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna handle this one. I'm gonna drop my short bow and grab out my sickle.
Mhm.
I'm going to work my way to the opposite side of you so that you're towards the crowd.
So
And,
you're just strafing me?
yeah, just strafing you.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for a hit. That is definitely a hit. That is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm going to roll for a damage, which is wonderful. Oh, it's only a D4. That's not much damage at all.
It's like a dagger damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a flavor weapon. So it's going to be 5 damage, but then I also use my
Earth Mark, which is a
once
D6.
a day ability for my racial trait. So upon landing a melee attack, you have to roll against my wisdom with your constitution. And so you got to roll against...
Like a con save?
Yeah.
You make a con save
Oh,
against
I'm
it.
sorry.
It
That
is
just, that just went. 13 plus no extra bonus, so 15 total.
15? Alright, then you're fine.
Okay.
Otherwise you would have been shocked and knocked prone.
Oh jeez.
But
Okay.
you're completely fine.
You did Hunter's Mark me, so you get an extra d6 on that hit.
That is true. I do have to roll my extra d6. So that'd be an extra 6 damage.
Another 6. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Says the guy who did 19.
I don't have a lot of hit points.
Well, neither do I.
A couple glass cannons going at it.
Yeah.
And then...
Him missing his first 2 hits basically meant that I didn't get killed before this started.
Wow, that's a
Well, if
22.
you use Hunter's Mark, oh no, if you use it.
That's a weapon attack, and I wasn't counting this as a weapon attack.
No.
That like technically, then I guess, yeah. So that's it's just gonna be 3 damage is all it is.
Okay. Okay, if it's my go, you're using weapons. You're both. You said you dropped it. It's on the ground.
Yes, I dropped my bow.
Oh, well, how do you get 3 from it?
Okay. My guy does have a short sword and a rapier. I will stab you with the rapier as an attempt first. 10 plus 6, 16.
Yep.
Okay, I will apply the sneak attack as a D8 on the. Oh, I put everything array, and then the 2 6s for the sneak attack.
Sorry, well then, I rolled what my if I had had a
So 8
level 2
9
spell and
plus 3, 12 damage.
24
That's
damage.
good. That's gonna take me out.
Oh, really? Shit.
I only have 28 health.
So at
Man.
least I made a couple dollars.
Yeah, I had 24, so I was down to 13. I was like,
I'm literally unconscious with that.
Okay, yeah. After taking that hit, one like kind of glancing riposte, but like through this part, not fun.
And there we have it, folks. Another great battle. We have our winner.
I'm going to offer you to hand help you up, and if you
I'm unconscious.
Unconscious.
you're unconscious,
Yeah, you took me down to -3.
Yeah, the cleric is running out again. She's just like grabbing it. She's just like, yeah,
Okay,
touch me.
I'm going to assume the bravado once more, walk off the thing, and as confident as I'm out of eye line, I'm going to immediately open my mouth and vomit.
What's your passive perception?
It's just based on wisdom, is it not? 11. If it's just 10 plus wisdom.
You happen to notice that out of the corner of your eye, the person you would have fought against, she's just kind of standing there, just kind of like, huh. Whatever. She's just kind of like scoffing at you.
At 11, I noticed this shit?
She's like,
publicly
literally,
scoffing.
she's right in your face, almost. She's right at
You're
the
extremely lucky
ring.
that I don't actually want to kill any like humans. I'm a hunter, so I was worried about the bow hitting you too hard. I missed a few times.
I'm going to assume that bravado strut all the way past this person, and she's staring at me. I'm going to nose high her once more, even higher, and continue my strut out. And again, once I'm confident no one can see me, I'm going to let the vomit happen that I'm fighting.
The cleric drags you into the healing tent and does give you a healing. They just do a lay on hands on you to get you back to consciousness at the very least. So you're at 1 hit point right now.
1 hit
my
point.
good sir.
Oof.
Stabilized.
You are stabilized for the time being, as she's just kind of like, "Okay, you're good. Okay, bye." just to go watch the rest of the fight.
What a terrible medic.
Alrighty, folks.
I feel like I'm incredibly outclassed for the rest of this fight.
We have our final round, the round that will announce our final winner for the 300 gold prize and the golden trophy.
Swashbuckler's like literally a 1v1 class, so.
I can use my hit die with short rest? Right?
Yes, there is the period of short rest while he's amping up the crowd again.
Yeah.
And
Do I have to
healing's
call how
happening.
many I'm going to roll, or do I just choose, or can I like roll one after succession and see how much I get back? I don't know how that works.
You just
Hit
roll.
dice you do one at a time,
Yeah.
basically.
One at a time. 7 plus 2, 9 back. That puts me to 24, which is my max. All right. it's
Well then.
all right. One hit die.
24, you don't have much life. That's a lot more than me.
I don't know how much.
So the announcer is announcing you guys back into the ring. It's starting to get late. It's starting to actually get into the evening now. During your guys' short rest, there were people who were giving you food, just kind of like making sure you're good, giving you water. They're trying to like pump you up for this final battle.
Does the food look poisoned?
Roll an insight.
I got a 6, I think.
Food seems fine. It's food.
All right, then I'll have some of the food.
All right.
I don't even. It doesn't occur to me to check.
Okay. All
I
right.
am loving the attention.
So you guys are all finished. You guys are all set. And you hear your names being called. You're entering the ring. And is there anything you guys wanted to do beforehand?
I'm going to.
Did they feed everyone, Miranda, or just those?
Yeah, all the contestants were fed.
I wanted to seek out a message.
Before I eat, I'm just gonna go ahead and ritual cast purify food and drink.
Okay, that is fine.
Is everybody else there
Yeah.
right now?
The healer's looking at you. She's just like, "What the hell?"
I'm just trying to find any like medicine kind of mad person and be like, look for like, do you have any like anything for like nausea, just for like keeping that down?
There's just the one. She's gonna kind of flip through and she's gonna look around. She's got nothing. She's like, "I'm really sorry. I've got Band-Aids."
That's fine. I'm like, I have my own cure, and before I go back out towards the rink, I'm just gonna take a quick little shot and go out.
She's like, "Come to my shop. I'll have some there."
Try to steal the nerves. All right.
So who's up next for the? Oh, it's us.
Yeah, it's you guys.
My end has come. All right.
The satyr and the tabaxi.
How much time has passed between my last fight and this one?
Basically a couple hours.
My long strider's gone. All right. I don't have high hopes, but I'll take a deep breath. I'm going to enter my wild shape as my dark clouds start going over the whites of my eyes and a mist of black spores start coming out of my mouth. I'm going to enter the arena.
All right. I'm gonna come up with. I'm just gonna roll myself a performance to see what it looks like. I'm gonna come up with a very not convincing smile and puff chest, spread out, seeing this cloud.
Totally not.
I'm gonna draw my weapons and be like, on guard. It's very, very forced.
And there we have it, folks. Let the fight begin. Roll for initiative.
18.
Much better than me. I had a 3 plus 6, so 9.
All right, you're up.
And we're like the 40 feet apart.
Yep, starting at the 40 feet.
All right. I will stay at my 40 feet. Actually, I'll try to back away from him like into a corner. And then I'm going to whisper out and gesture, and I'll try a chill touch on you.
Okay, that's a save, or is it a...
No, that's an attack roll for me.
Okay.
That is a 19. Oh, wait. Yeah, 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Straight up 1d8. That is 8 necrotic damage.
8. Big rough stuff. All right.
It's like, so straight 1d8, I got an 8.
There you go. My go?
Yeah.
Okay. I will use bonus action dash to make it all the way up to you.
Alright, as you enter within 10 feet of me, make a constitution save, please.
11 plus, I think only 2 because I don't have proficiency. 13.
13. So that would be a fail.
Yeah.
You take 5 necrotic damage.
Okay. And I will make my melee strike at you with the rapier. 15 plus 6, 21.
That's gonna hit.
So that is a D8 and then the 2D6.
Ouch, this is gonna hurt.
Potentially. 6, 8, 3, Jesus. It's 11, 17 plus 3, 20 damage.
Damage.
I know how I feel.
Wait, did I... Yeah, that was that. 17 plus 3, 20 damage. Jesus.
Alright, now we all know who's the front line.
I'm not the front line. I just do damage.
Yeah.
I have no spells. I do damage.
That's like my rogue in our other campaign. It's just you go in there, you hit, and then you're just like, I gotta get out of here because I can't take anything.
Yeah.
Because like if I had landed my 2 arrows right at the start, you would have just been done.
All right. That was startling.
So you were,
Crowd's going
you were,
nuts
you were
right
wild
now.
shaped as a something.
Yep. I am going to use my second wild shape.
And on your turn, okay.
Yeah, on my turn. I'm gonna wild shape back. Cause there's not much else I could do. I don't have any bonus actions. So hope I can survive another round. Just go into my features, mark down 2 wild shapes used up. Okay, that's done. And it is your go, sir. But at the beginning of your turn, please make a Constitution save, and please hopefully drop.
Less than last time, 11. So,
Alright.
yeah, another fail.
So that's 5 necrotic damage.
Okay, 5?
Yep.
Okay. Down to 6.
Now, pretty much, I just need you to get a nat 1 for me to survive this round.
Okay, so first strike with the rapier.
You have to get
12 plus 6, 18.
18 hits.
18 hits.
How much life do you have?
Alright. Take 400.
That's
You take
it's
400,
cocked.
here you go.
Same number.
14.
14 plus 3, 17 damage. With the first hit,
Are you down like 1?
well, he wild shapes. He gets temporary hit points that he shapes.
I'm in pretty bad shape.
Okay, I will make the offhand strike with the short sword.
Oh.
Nope, misses.
Oh.
So, my cloud disappears again, so I can't do my poison attacks. That sucks. But I only have, it's a Hail Mary. You're looking in pretty good shape still, I'm assuming?
I'm definitely not 100%. I think the last poison cloud you did, like last time I coughed, you saw like it was thick. It's.
I think you're
Alright.
both in rough shape.
I'm pale. If a cat could be pale, I'm pale, and that cough was a little chunky.
I will come in with, I can't get out of the range. So I am going to come in with a slice at you for my scimitar.
Okay.
Hope you do an AoE spell, take your life out.
So that is, I think that's a 15. That is a 15 to hit.
15 would hit.
Alright. So
Oh, get him?
that's 6 slashing damage.
That's enough. That's enough. I don't have enough.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, your first round, you took over half my health. I was like,
You knocked down because my ability, as soon as I lose my temp hit points, I lose my ability. So you talked like those 12 were gone in one hit each time.
oh, I
Holy
know.
I only had 8 HP left.
Well, what's your base HP?
21.
21 plus 2 12s. So like 49.
Yeah.
49 hit points I had to work through. I had 24.
Like,
And you were doing D8s on it. Like,
The biggest buff to Blaze in the whole thing is that he could use the first one before the fight, because it's an action, and so as long as he has that going, it's pretty hard for him to lose, right? Because he just starts the fight with 12, and if you need to get close, you're going to take 2d4, and
Yeah.
then he just gets to do it.
well, that's the thing. I was very unlucky with the con rolls.
really strong at this level.
Yeah.
The con, what was the save supposed to be?
a 14.
14? Yeah, never beat a 14. I had a +2. Statistically unlikely to make it, but I never made one. So that's what, if I made one, I would have won.
Yeah.
But I never did.
Well, if I am incredibly surprised. Like I'm standing there waiting for him to move like this is some type of trick. Just nervously looking around.
The slice. I'm just coughing.
If I had my second level spells, I had a chance. And if you made one of your saves, you had a chance. But just because he gets to start with it, it's definitely the biggest thing for sure.
All right.
It's just
I am going to.
I cough. I'm coughing. I'm clutching my stomach, and I'm going to kneel down, and I'm basically just going to like slump over. Like I'm trying to hold myself up with my rapier, and I can't. And I just slump over.
Could I attempt a medicine to see if I can stabilize him?
Yes. Do it with advantage because the healer is gonna run up to try and
All right.
assist.
I accidentally kill him. Let's see. Not that. 15. I get a 15.
He's fine. He's stabilized. He's just gotta like.
Eyes open. I'm like, oh good, no one's dead. I'm gonna look at you like, be like, oh good.
All you see is the satyr that took you down, and then the elven lady with long orange braided hair. She's just like, my goodness, are you okay?
I am going
I
to.
think we found our tank, though, you guys.
I'm gonna slink back in to the crowd. Yeah.
At that point, the announcer is gonna come up, and he's just like, where did he go? But our winner! And he's just kind of like raising an imaginary arm and then like presenting empty air. And he's like, folks, we have our winner! Wherever you went, please come play prize?
Oh, I'm going to like really like nervously like slouch down. I'm gonna walk up to him and kind of stand next to him and like raise my hand hesitantly.
And the crowd's just cheering and they're oohing an eye, and then the crowd starts to dissipate, and things are starting to calm down a little bit. Everybody's going back to the regular festival.
I'm gonna like whisper at him, just like, do I need to make a speech?
Not unless you want to.
I don't want to make a speech. Please
Then
don't let me
you
talk.
have to. You'll see the lovely lady over there, and she can give you your gold and your trophy.
Holy shit! I thought I was gonna have to go against Salem next.
No, Salem opted out because Luna was disqualified.
Oh, okay. I will go. Shit! Alright, I thought the next round I was dead for. I will go get my trophy.
So you have a little trophy. She's a classic little golden trophy.
Alright.
And then she hands you a little baggie of 300 gold pieces.
Holy fuck!
Yeah! That's why some of the people were kind of pissed.
Hey.
Alright!
So at this point in time, you guys all kind of noticed there were a lot more frequent guards within the area now, way more than there were beforehand. Before you guys even start taking off, the guards individually approach you guys. And in doing so, they offer you a feast at the Queen's castle. The Queen purposely wanted to meet you in honor of how brave and the showmanship of your guys' battles were. She wanted to personally meet you after viewing your guys' display.
I puff up my chest so hard and so very convincingly convey, like, of course, I would be honored to go.
Does he look genuine?
I critted on that performance.
No, I mean the guard. Does he look genuine?
Yeah, roll me an insight.
Oh, not 20.
Yeah, he's completely like, no, like, I want you to come to this dinner, like, the Queen would love to meet you.
I'm gonna.
I just assumed this guy recognized his importance.
What was your roll?
I'm gonna look down at my clothes.
I crit 20.
Oh,
And
they're
you
very
crit
common.
20?
Yeah.
I got a 1. So I'm still like just barely surviving, being like, yeah, I got it.
I'm gonna indicate how like I got dirty clothes on and everything. It's like, is this okay?
For you, fine.
Okay. Then I'll just wait there, like, lead, please?
Yes, they will all individually guide you towards the castle. So as you guys approach the castle, you're approaching at different times because you're being guided by different guards. You come across the castle. It is a very white, pearly-esque marble sort of style. Very elegant. As you come into the castle, you are seated down into the dining hall. And you have that awkward moment where you're all just kind of sitting across each other in silence.
Everyone having just fought.
How's the food look?
The food isn't brought out yet.
I have like a yellow eye just like peering at you like with a death stare.
You see a nervous little butler. He's just like, I'm sorry, the food will be ready for you in just a moment. Queen Eladia and her advisor will be down shortly. And he just kind of quickly ducks out as fast as he can.
I'm staring like straight ahead with you firmly in my peripheral, just trying not to make eye contact. just like right about here. Just...
I am looking around the room, seeing if this is some type of trap and about to like make us into sacrifices or something.
Roll me an insight.
The funny thing is, I'm actually just like smiling. I don't actually have any ill will to it, but because I'm a snake, it just looks like the most menacing
I got an 11.
You feel like everything's gonna be kind of okay.
Okay.
You're still kind of unsure, but everything seems to be
I'm gonna roll an insight.
interesting, considering how the people who are at the
17.
field are
I'm
now
gonna roll to
within
see
your
how much
premise.
charm I'm actually.
Okay, there's other people here. It's not
What?
us.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
It's
I
just you
get
guys
harmed.
with a couple of guards.
Oh, okay.
I got hard. I was just... Yeah, it's a thing. It's fine.
Okay. So, not a moment too soon, the butler comes and he's just like, presenting Queen Aladia and Cheram.
I will stand up, uncertainly. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here.
I will stand up, chest puffed, nose slightly up, hands behind my back, like ready.
I kind of like look at the other two, and then I'm like, okay.
Just stand up.
So approaching, you see a very eloquent elven high elf. She's very pale. She's very very sharp pointed features. She's wearing a white dress and a big spiked silver crown. She's very like hoity-toity kind of personality. She kind of, as she moves throughout the room, she kind of flows with her movement, and she just calmly sits down and just kind of presents herself and just kind of watches you guys. She's, please sit. Not far behind her is Cheram, who appears to be like a 12-year-old elven boy. He's just a short little guy. He's got white hair, big round glasses. He's in a feathery kind of fur coat, almost, and he's got papers in his hand. He's almost like, think of like a scribe in a way. He's got a feathered quill at the ready, and he's just kind of very straight face. He means business, even though he looks like a squeaky little boy.
Have we ever encountered this person before?
No, you have not.
Okay.
He just kind of stands at Aladia's side and just kind of just waits. He stands. He doesn't sit.
Well, I guess I'll sit back down.
Yep.
And wait to see what happens.
I will follow suit.
I'm also just like looking at those two, like, hey, these guys seem to know what they're doing. I slink back into my chair.
As you guys sit down, the food starts coming out, and it's a beautiful feast of various meats and vegetables. Gourmet. Think gourmet meals. Very high price. And you're just all kind of like, oh my god, this is a lot.
I hoity-toity put the tablecloth right into here, pretending to be fancy, and start to eat with my hands, just like
I'm gonna roll to
delectable.
see how much grace I eat with, but -5 because I'm not.
Is this sleight of hand?
Actually, I eat surprisingly gracefully. It's a modest level. Like it's not hoity-toity, but like I'm not throwing food into all over the place.
Even though I'm eating with my hands, it does look fancy.
Okay.
It does look proper.
I'm just gonna look, see if I can find a meat I recognize and maybe some veg, and just start chowing.
Perfect. So as you guys are eating, the queen congratulates you guys on your battles. She explains that she was very thankful of the showmanship that you guys had put on. She was very excited, and she hasn't seen anything like that in a long time. That's why she wanted to gather you here all before her. However, that wasn't exactly all she wanted to say. She calmly puts down...
Really? Because it seemed like those other people were way stronger than us.
She calmly puts down her cutlery, and she just looks at you, and she tells you that she needs help. That her
Okay, I can go get that cat. My character's actually saying this random. I'm not picking up on the cues here.
As much as we had liked to approach the other contestants, they have unfortunately declined the offer to come to the palace, or to the castle. However, you folks here have graciously accepted our offer, and that's how you are now here before me. But, yeah, Sam said fuck this shit. And said peace.
I'll look. Am I near Cody? Cody's character?
Yeah, you
Levi?
guys are all at like at the same table,
Wait.
fairly close to each
Wait,
other.
is it Levi or Levi?
It is
I'll go
technically
to, like, fist bump him and I'll be like,
Levi.
leftovers club, yeah!
the pronunciation right there.
Like Leviathan.
Yeah.
I'm like all excited about it.
But if you say Levi, it's
Woo!
not a problem. I did
Everyone
that
else
as
was
just
busy.
So she tells you that she's willing to offer you a job. She has some tasks that needs to be completed.
My smile cracks slightly. But yeah.
I'm
Um,
interested. I
Yeah.
need a job.
Yeah.
She says she would start off with 500 gold pieces each.
My smile brightens.
I'm super interested.
And if
Yes,
there
I accept the job, yes.
okay, she basically says as long as there's no questions asked, she opens it up to Charam, who kind of puffs up a little bit and just straightens up and just like, all right, it's my time. You all are aware of the legend, correct?
Yes.
The sages. Why
I
we hold the
know
festival.
legend.
Oh, okay, I'll nod at that one. Yeah.
There's been a problem. There's evidence within our temple that the seal is cracking, and we have no way to reseal it without the sages. We need to find the sages at all costs. I have researched, and he starts putting papers down. I believe with what I have here that the sages are in fact alive and very well accessible, and I need you guys to find them. We can't send our guards because it may spread fear throughout the towns, throughout the countries, and we want to try to avoid that as much as possible, which is why we approached you today. We need you to find these sages.
Well, I do have
I'm
the
going to
skill
look
set.
like I want to ask a question, but I'm also terrified of losing my $500 if I do ask.
I do have a skill set of tracking things down. I accept this task.
Yeah. Great.
I'll
Sounds doable.
I'll raise my hand very tentatively.
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening.
It's like, does this count as a... Oh, shit. Does this count as a question? I'm going to flinch as I say it.
Charam's just gonna look at you like,
Okay, I'm going to go on. It's like, sure, sounds good. Can I send a package?
a package?
Yeah, if we have to leave, I'd just like to send a letter home, if that's okay.
Of course, yes. Before you guys even embark on your journey, by all means, any business you need to take care of, that is entirely up to you. Your first goal is to find the Earth Sage, Daru. And he starts pulling out some documents here. However, I need to test your guys' intelligence. I need to ensure...
Oh no, my dump stat.
I need to ensure that we have truly found the correct adventurers and warriors to take on this mission. And he starts pulling through documents and more documents. And he pulls out...
Great sound.
Damn it! I wasn't expecting the SATs today.
He pulls out a slip of paper. If somebody maybe wants to take a picture of that for Eric.
It looks like I'll take a picture of it. Just a second.
I know you said no questions, but I have
So
maybe
many.
not exactly related questions. What if I don't want as much money and I want some information from this network it sounds like you have?
I'm sure we can make an arrangement. However,
Okay.
at this time, I will have to decline the offer until I can know that you are proven worthy.
Great. I'm super worthy at things.
So Charam explains that these inscriptions are within the temple where the sages once stood to do the rituals. He knows what the inscription means, so he already knows what it's supposed to be. He wants to make sure that you guys can figure it out. My druid's here. Can you quickly roll me an intelligence check?
Just straight up and tell.
Yes.
Alright.
What? Us martial classes aren't good enough for you?
If you guys want to roll, you can roll me in Arcana, History, or basic intelligence as well.
Oh wait, we got a choice, or is it just straight intel?
You guys roll with advantage.
Thank God. I was about to go brain dead.
One.
An ace still. Okay, that is better. I'm not dumb. I got an 18.
18. Okay.
I am dumb.
You dumb.
Me dumb.
Eric, what did you roll?
3.
I got a 15. I'm actually smarter than I thought.
And that actually, sorry, that might have been an 8, but still, I'm not picking up what you're putting down. I imagine,
Okay.
unless it's an actual riddle or something.
It is sort of. And you got an 18.
I have not seen it yet. So.
Eric, what did you roll?
I like those puzzles. They'll be fun to figure out.
So Levy looks at it, and you basically see it, and you're like, this is some sort of ancient language of some variety.
All right.
You, however, that is the word forest.
All right.
You understand that is the word forest.
Got it. I will. I already guessed some of these.
They're not. I've made it very simplified as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't hear anybody anymore. Oh, no.
He got a 5.
You got a 5. As far as you are aware, you can't understand a lick of thing.
No idea what it says. All right, who looks the smartest? I would assume probably second. I'll pull their name up. It is probably Shoal. Shoal probably looks the smartest. Yeah.
I can't hear over the paper.
You get a telepathic message in your head telling you that he doesn't understand it. And he's wondering if you understand it.
I'm gonna give it to him honestly. Like I haven't seen the message yet myself, so when I see it, I'll let you know.
As I use my wisdom, I realize that I probably built this on my own, so I'm actually looking over at other people's stuff, and I'm like, yeah,
Do you tell them what you know?
No.
Okay.
I don't think of it.
Are you going to listen to my opinion on it?
What's your opinion?
This.
Are you telling me that?
I am, from looking at what you had and what I'm deciphering, I'm just like, I think it's this.
What I haven't shared anything.
I'm looking over your shoulder.
I'm just writing down the so far I'm just writing down the script.
Cherem's walking around you guys just like that classic t-shirt around exams.
I'll be honest. Unless he gives me the forest clue, I have nothing on that. Because I'm just gonna assume that off my roll, I wouldn't know. So.
We are actually doing this real time right now?
Yes.
Literally. So I will give you what my honest guess was. Before you gave him that and told me that, I assumed that this was and I was gonna go from there.
Yeah.
So I would get.
I can't hear
I
what
probably
Eric's saying.
get half of it, but not anything important.
Yeah, it was actually kind of a guess on the last one, and once I figured out the last one, the rest kind of all came together.
Alright,
Because I overheard also the forest thing, and I was just like, yeah, I can't forget that now. But I'm just like, that's why I claim my character was actually just looking over everyone's work, and initially once he kind of got an idea, he's like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do? And then he was intelligent enough to figure it out.
Yeah, Cherem's like walking around, peers over your shoulder.
so I really can't hear Eric because he's so quiet.
Let me...
Yeah. What was the clue thing?
For you... Sorry, what did you roll again? Oh, yeah,
No, my character doesn't know shit, but I'm just wondering out of the game.
Forest was the word.
I can't look at it without that in my head at this point, so I'm just gonna not attempt because my roll is bad.
Yeah, I worked into my character.
Yeah. All I ever got.
My character has a lot of wisdom.
Hooray! All I saw was the two things looked like the out of game, and then I was trying to spell things upside down and backwards. So I was actually kind of on the right track, but my character rolled really bad, so I'm just not attempting to solve it.
Okay, I mean, that's all I got so far. If anybody want to look at it, I've written this down. This is what I'm writing. If anyone wants
You are sharing with the class?
If anybody looks at it, I'm just openly scribbling on a piece of paper.
Okay. Provided I've actually seen that you write some stuff.
Well, then we figured it out. Well, yes, you guys haven't figured out, but if you look at what I wrote down, if you can read my
The
sloppy
forest.
writing.
That's I would guess something else there.
Like, if you just read my sloppy writing of my lizard, you'd figure out what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Needs the
The forest needs the blood of sacrifice. I think I forgot that in my note.
Basically, I sat there and about 10 seconds later, I said, "These look like those," and that was all I ever said. So then you solved it.
Yeah, that's as far as I got.
I
Was
can
the,
see
these
that.
look like those?
So is that your
But
final
yeah,
answer?
and so
Well, no,
my
they got it.
character said that out loud, and then
That
I'm
doesn't
assuming
work.
A couple of them solved it. I'm still trying to communicate telepathy.
Because
to
if that is a
Travis, but I don't
D,
think he ever got
that's
it
not
either.
a D.
So maybe I'll try the next guy in line. Be like, "Hey,
What are you looking
I
at?
don't
That's
get it.
the D, right
What is
there.
it?"
Then what's this one? The forest needs? That wouldn't be a D there.
Oh, that could be wrong.
So the forest, maybe that.
Hey, snake guy, please help me.
Well, these two are the same too. Do you
I
think anyone else? I don't
share
think
with
so.
my
What-
knowledge of
which
what I
one?
think it is,
He's like-
which is
Sideways T's with a little line.
the forest needs
this
the blood
figure
of
here.
sacrifice.
Where's that one at?
That's a one. That's a singular figure. That's
I'll look
there
at the
and
lady,
there. So that's be
And
the
I'll,
same.
or I'll
Yeah.
keep going. I'll be like, "This is in your brain." I'm like, "You want me to try?
I mean, that would work if that's an A. Sacro.
I'll bite the bullet."
Do we have any A's anywhere else?
If this is an I, and we're assuming,
Oh,
that
the
would-
forest keeps the blood of sacrifice. Is probably it.
If that's right, and let's assume that this is blood. I'm actually gonna be saying this as you've said it.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that's a D? So blood. So the forest.
Keeps the blood of
You think
sacrifice.
it's a keeps?
That's what I'm saying. It is. Yes.
All right. I'm just writing this down as he tells me, and
But
That makes sense to me so far.
I'm going to have this. I'm gonna like turn it around and show it to the rest of the group.
I'm gonna claim the
The only
original
thing is-
mistake was because of my list. You misunderstood me. Those keeps.
It's like
Keeps.
I think I'm not sure if that's spelled right in English. think that's
I don't know,
right.
Lol.
But
That
yeah.
seems close.
That seems pretty decent. Yeah, the pattern works out.
I will
Instead of being sacrifice.
because I'm used to doing like just out of habit, like doing schoolwork with my parents. I write my name at the bottom, and then I hand it into the guy who's waiting.
So Charim looks at your paperwork and he's just kind of like,
I like to imagine I was literally at your shoulder, like, "That's you," and then he's saying things like, "Yeah." There's like literally this orientation was right at a table, like, "Yeah."
so Charim's looking at the paper and he's just like, so you guys aren't dumb after all. It is, however, not fully correct, but it is correct enough.
Oh, what was the answer? Oh.
Weeps. Weeps was the answer.
Weeps.
That's a lot of symbols for just weeps. Crazy.
Weeps makes a lot more sense, yeah, because of the shape. I thought it was upside
Forest
down.
weeps the blood of sacrifice. Which forest?
I'm not entirely sure how solving this riddle. Well, I didn't even do it, so I should probably
answer
go.
is simple. We just
But I
smell
don't
the
know how
forest.
this makes us worthy or not. This is like a skill testing question for if we won the lottery. But I think you need us to save the world.
We just need to smell the forest. If it smells like blood, that's the way forest.
This test was also an example of how well you would work together.
Oh, we did great then.
So with that being said, and he pulls out a map, and the map is a pathway that leads all the way to the Forest of Ol, which is farther up north from Lockton.
Ah, it's to the north.
Yes, that is the Forest of Ol. That is where you will be heading. He tells you guys that the travels will be long. It does take a few days to get to the forest. It takes 7, actually, in fact. So before you embark, I suggest to go into town, gather any sort of supplies you may need, and head out on your journey. Your goal is to find Daru, the sage, and to bring him back to the castle.
I may require funds for supplies for such a long journey.
I agree.
The queen perks up. She kind of seemed a little out of it during the whole. She was just kind of like zoned out entirely, and she's just like, "Oh yes, the tavern, Kondo's Tavern and Inn. Feel free to stay there for when you come back into town. Free accommodations there, free food, free everything. However, I will be supplying you with the finest wagon our castle has to offer, as well as the finest horse. You will just have to go to the stables to collect it. By all means, use my name and inform them that I have told you to go and acquire the goods. We will supply you with whatever it is that you need in terms for rations, of course, as well."
What was it? Did you say condos?
Kondo's Inn and Tavern.
I might need to change something about my character because I might be dumb.
Yes.
So and so's tavern. I don't know.
Kondo's.
What's
It's
the
on the
person
map.
who makes a map called?
Cartographer.
Yes. I need to change my character real quick. Just a little real quick.
Why, were you a
And then I can
calligrapher?
ask the question. Yeah.
You can write super fancy.
I was like, wait a second, I don't want to write good. I'm just gonna super quickly do that.
You
and
just,
then ask for a type of kit.
Spend your time writing poetry.
On the upside, I do have navigator's tools if we have a map. That I'm good with.
Yes.
So if we have a map,
Where do you do backwards? Okay, so instead of that, I would be proficient in.
Cartography.
What's another thing I might be proficient in? I think I actually probably just hit the drop down wrong the second time. Because there is cartographer's tools.
Yeah.
I would like to make a map of our travels. Could you provide me with some cartographer's tools as well?
Yes, of course, by all means. Cherem, if you will. And Cherem just kind of rolls his eyes and just like, fine, I'll go see what I have, and I'll make sure it's in the wagon.
did you provide a map saying where it was, or just said where it was?
Yep, we have the map.
Yeah,
There's a map.
provided a map.
Did you provide a map?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
I'll make sure that I have map.
The queen just quickly just reiterates, just please do not inform the citizens of your journey. Please do not tell anybody that there's cracks within the temple. Just find the sage and bring him back so that we may start the ritual process. We do not want to start any panic among our citizens.
You cracked the seal. Hush, hush.
Okay.
And that's it. That's where we're going to end here. Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much for listening to our Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as we loved playing it. If you would like to listen to more, please